Hey you guys, welcome to Simple Gardening. Just want to show you the varieties of Japanese maple leaves I have. I am sorry, but I am new, so I don't know all the varieties that I have. And some of them are little seedlings that I'm trying to root. So I don't know how big they will get, if they will survive through the winter, but I thought I would just show you because they are beautiful and everybody wants one. And they're so expensive. So seeding is a good way to do it to get your own Japanese maple, but I know it's hard. I've tried actually to do rooting by the, like the cutting method. I have been somewhat unsuccessful, and I've only been able to be successful at seedling. So I just want to show you these two are the same, and I think they are younger. So once they mature, I think they're going to turn out to be like this one. But I mean, even if you get one Japanese maple plant tree, you look at the interest you get from both of them, from one different set of leaves to the next. I think this one is more mature, and then these are the young ones that are coming out. But isn't the color beautiful? I hope it captures the color. I try to get a pan that would show up the best. And then there's a couple, this one is a seedling, and that one's a young leaf. This one is I think it's your blood good Japanese maple. It looks interesting actually from this point of view. I'm going to try to lift it up and see what it looks like out of the water. It's got more than just like the 5 pointy tips that most Japanese maple have. So this one has 2, 4, 6, 7. So I counted 2 going from one here to one opposite. So that's 2, and then 4, then 6 and 7. Most of them, if you look here, has, well, this one's not good because it has a little bit of the tip. This one has 5. See how it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And of course these ones, do their own thing. It looks almost feathery, these type. And then this is your typical 5 one. And then this one is like your feathery one. But I think this one, I want to say, and this one is the same. But this one, I think is the more younger one. And this is the more mature one. But look at all the variety of interest, and it's not even fall time yet, so I'm sure with fall it's going to even make the color more brilliant. So this is the leaves that I've cut off from all the little seedlings and cuttings that I have that I'm trying to root. Over here is my propagation bed. I'm sorry, it's not very pretty, but these are all the little cuttings that I've taken, and I'm trying to root them, but I lose more leaf than what I have been able to make. See, this is the really pretty looking one that's in the pan once it turns color. See, this one is the new one of it. But so far I haven't been successful at it. And I know people have videos up showing how it's done, and that's basically all that I did. And I haven't been able to get any to root. Now all of these are seedlings. So they drop seeds. See, look at this one with the interest. You get the green to the orangey color. And I mean, even with the same variety over here, it'll look different, see? And these are seedlings. So it's kind of like, when you have kids, they take the genes from the seed, but they won't ever look like the parents. So basically I'm growing them as seedlings so they won't ever look like the parents. But it seems like that's the only way I've been successful. These are all seedlings over here. If you come look over here, these are all seedling as well. Isn't it beautiful? The stems are so small. Look, this is why it costs so much when you're at the store and you see them going for $200 or $300. Like this one's been a year, and look at, it's like so small it could snap in the breeze. So you have to grow it to mature, and it takes a while. So if this is the first year, imagine to get a tree trunk like this size. Look at that. It takes like at least, what, 5 years just to get that big to wrap my hands around. Even more than that. So that's why it's so expensive. I mean, the nursery has to nurture it. And then, you know, it has to weather all kinds of condition to be the size that, you know, is acceptable. But like you said, I'm with you. I don't want to spend $200 or $300 on a Japanese maple. But I don't know how well these will take. The bigger ones have been in the ground for a year, so they're still going strong. Look at this one. It's super tall. But it's still as skinny as all get at. Look, I need to feed it more of something, right? I need to feed it what I'm feeding my daughter. That's what I need to feed. Got some more over here. This is your blood good. And I don't know why, but look, these leaves are not surviving very well. This one's doing great, while this one is struggling, and they're both in the same spot, so it's kind of weird. That one's doing good too over here. But you can see the variety of the color in the leaf structure. Like this is more the mature one down below, and the new growth are these ones. And they're pretty. Look at this one. The new leaves look kind of weird compared to the bigger ones. And then I've got a whole bunch of seedlings down here too. See them? This one has all the different kind of branching leaves on them. They almost look the feathery type. So hopefully they will grow, survive. See, even some seedlings won't take for some reason or another. They just don't like what I've put them through, I guess. Here's some more over here. I mean, I have a whole bunch of seedlings, so it's great to get a whole bunch because you never know what will take and what will fail. But I'm super excited, like this one over here. It's failing me. I don't know what's wrong with it. Where this one is taking. Excuse me. And then I have this one here. This one's probably been a year or two, I think. And I've been slowly training it and staking it, so hopefully it'll be fine. But yeah, I mean, that's basically why it's, you know, $100 to $300, because look, I mean, my stake is even bigger than the little tree trunk that I'm trying to train. So that would be the reason why. I did get one. Let me see. Here's another one that's been in the ground for a while, but as you can see, it's like a toothpick. Actually, it's thinner than a toothpick. There's this one over here. I do have a bigger one over here that I have, but it seems to be struggling. I'm not sure why. See this one in the ground right there? I think this one's 2-3 years old. See, the trunk at the bottom here is really big, and then it sends out 2 new shoots, and as it gets taller it gets skinnier because those are pretty much new growth up there. And then over here you can see my salvia is doing great. The bees are still all over it, but it's starting to get nighttime, so looks like there's one straggler trying to finish up his quota for the day. Can you see him? Let's see if I can get close to him. Right there. Oh, actually there's a whole bunch. There's a honeybee over there. This is the bumblebee. But they definitely love salvia. I garden in zone 8A. These salvia are supposed to be annual, and some of them did die back and some came back. I mulched it pretty heavily, so I had 1 or 2. I think these 2 came back, and then those 2 are new ones that I put in, taking cuttings from the old one. This here is a pineapple sage. It smells like a pineapple if you take a leaf. I wish I can scrunch it for you so you can smell it. But it smells like a pineapple. And I didn't know it, but they go to seed too. And if you can see here, this is what it looks like when it goes to seed. Isn't that beautiful? See if I can zoom in on it. Doesn't want me to zoom in. But they look like little red blood droplets. And I don't know, it looks like they're all gonna come out and push these little red velvet looking little flowers. You see it? Looks like there's a whole bunch of them finally coming out. There's some there. Some here. And then this here is my Vermillionaire Kufia from Proven Winner. They are amazing. I mean, look at them. It's like, what, mid-September now? September 12th? And they're still blooming its head off. And honestly, it would be even better if I had better soil in here. Soil is hard to come by in Georgia. You get the Georgia red clay, not the really good drainage kind that they love, the rich one. So this bed doesn't have the rich soil, which is why it's struggling like that. But let me show you one where it has rich soil and it's loving its life. Gotta show you this beautiful flower. This is a Hearty Hibiscus. Who doesn't love that, right? I mean, I still get a couple blooms here and there, but the majority of it's already produced and fallen off. But isn't that a statement? Look at that. It's beautiful. So that's I can't remember the variety, but it's a Hearty Hibiscus. And then I have another one over here that is red. And it is actually my favorite, Midnight Marvel. Look at her. Isn't she beautiful? This one is flopping right over her. But see, once she opens up, isn't she beautiful? It's just a little one that I propagated. And then a couple of my roses are in full bloom. Now that it's starting to cool off a little bit, they definitely look a lot nicer. Coneflowers are still in bloom. Verbena in bloom. Another different type of salvia. And my roses. It's looking a little bare here. I'm trying to slowly transplant as I go. But anyways, that's what I wanted to show you mainly, was the different leaves and structures of Japanese maple. I mean, just the different varieties you can get. They are amazing. And I can't wait until all of mine gets big enough that I can transplant out in the garden. I'm hoping to make a great statement when I get them all into the ground, but for now, they have to grow in my flower bed. Oh, let me show you the Vermillionaire when it has good soil. Good, favorable soil, and this is what it looks like. It's monstrous. It's like taking over my whole entire flower bed. And the hummingbirds love it. They come to visit it 2-3 times a day, in the morning, and then especially around this time frame. Here's another one over here. I think this one could use a little bit more sun. If it has a little bit more sun, it would do a lot better. It would have more flowers. But aren't they cool? They're just like little tiny tubular flowers that the hummingbirds love. Even the pollinators love them too. But that's about it, you guys. I thought I would show you that quickly today. I've been busy running around doing a whole bunch of stuff, and sometimes trying to video everything that I do, it just takes so much longer. But the final product is definitely worth all the effort and the grind. I hope you guys are having a great night, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.